So, gaming peripherals, they can be really awesome.
And you know what they also remind me of?
What?
Final Fantasy. Hello, and welcome back to another Pixel Talk.
A Pixel Talk?
Yeah.
The Wiggle Talk? Welcome back, guys. My name is Jake.
And I am Luke. We will be your host for this evening discussion.
We're always the hosts.
Yes.
But especially this evening, we are especially the hosts. And today, we're going to be talking about the weirdest gaming peripherals. Isn't that right, Luke?
Yeah, so you know gaming peripherals. Yeah. They are accessories to enhance the experience of your game.
Yeah.
And you know, some are cool, like the rumble pad from the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, that became like a mainstay in all controllers ever after, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. But there were some peripherals over the course of gaming history that have been weird, they've been unnecessary, they've just been... We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We're gonna go down a list that we've crafted together.
And so, the first peripheral I want to show you was from the Nintendo 64. It is the video game control glove.
Huh.
So, you know the power glove from, you know, the NES days? I don't know if you do. But
yeah, a little bit.
Well,
vaguely.
Did you know they made one for the Nintendo 64?
And it's called the glove.
Yes, the glove. So, it's this glove you just Velcro it to your hand, and you sort of like you hold it like this, and you control it that way.
It wasn't kind of like hold the controller like that, or
yeah, you hold it like this. Maybe you're like on your
so weird
on your armchair.
Yeah. So you don't have to move. You can just be like something like oh boy, I'm loving this game.
That's how they know that you're the cool kid. Is if you're wearing that, you're just saying you're like
yeah, I'm a good player.
Oh, I'm just kicking your butt in GoldenEye.
Yeah, no, that sounds awful though. I don't feel like I need to be able to like see and like see where my buttons are. Not even see, but like sort of just know they're in the right spot, I guess. That's my opinion.
One thing that struck me about this controller is it looks like you're controlling this with your right hand.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
If you're right-handed.
Yeah, and as a lefty, I'm highly offended. And also, in my mind, it's just weird to control using a analog stick with the right hand.
I mean, you're still using your... yeah, that is weird. Yeah, all right. And there's only one. It's not like you get two, right?
In what direction do you like to go up? Do you go like forward or do you go up?
Do you go forward and back?
I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah. I get you. That is kind of weird. Maybe like you push forward that way and it'll go. Pew.
Yeah. From what I've read, it was hard to get that control stick to stop.
Oh. Yeah.
So if you didn't think the Nintendo 64 controller was weird enough, here you go. So the next accessory that I have goes all the way back to the Sega Genesis. It's called the Sega Activator.
That looks really weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Is it like a portal?
Think of it like the precursor to Xbox's Kinect.
Okay.
So what you do is
Now watch. Okay, here we go. See, I'm moving forward because I've got my foot over here.
Whoops.
And then you just punch.
Ooh,
see?
look at that. Huh?
Now punch me here. There. Can you see that?
I'm trying to.
I've got him. I've got him up against the ropes.
you stand in this little octagon, and you make like punching motions or kicking motions, and the game would supposedly like pick up on that.
Yeah.
This actually got quite a bit of traction in the news. Like, there are a bunch of news outlets.
Yeah, because like I imagine back in the day, it's like, wow, this is the premium technology.
This is just a time where people are like, oh, virtual reality, it shouldn't be the next big thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know.
And I love the bot. I love what the bot says. Some kids won't see the advantage of the activator until then it will hit them.
Then it will hit them.
Then it will hit them.
Oh,
That's the most 90s bots art ever. So I imagine this is for things like fighting games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I would definitely get fighting game players in fitness and health.
Yeah, so the way this thing actually worked was there were like beams of light on each end of the octagon, and they shot up like this. And you would map the buttons to the octagons, and then that light getting broken, that would actually activate the button. But I can see that being weird because, like, how do you remember which side correlates to which button?
Yeah, that's true. Wow, I don't think I could do that because you get dizzy. You get dizzy.
Yeah, you just get dizzy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I gotta hit B.
Whoa!
Wait, oh, you want me to hit Z? Okay. Oh, did I hit Z?
You just punch out your dad.
Yeah. Oh, you're not my dad. It's okay.
You just punched out Big Papa Sam Sam.
Oh, not Big Papa Sam Sam. Next one.
So the next weird accessory is actually a pretty recognizable one. It is the
R.O.B.
It's R.O.B.
R.O.B.
for the NES.
And that's why he got placed into the Super Smushy Brothers.
So standing for Robotic Operating Buddy, it came with the NES Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, like, with how iconic this is, it's such a weird accessory. Like, who thought, like, when making the NES, like, oh, I have an idea. The NES needs a robot.
This will sell millions of copies.
Oh,
of our
what does it do? It just picks up tops and then it puts them like this.
Yeah, it doesn't. Actually,
it just does like this.
I mean, that's like, you know, the prime technology of the day. You know.
And it came with a bunch of moving parts that could easily get lost. And this thing only worked with 2 games.
Really?
Yeah, one of them being Gyro Mouse, which
yeah,
like is this platformer thing, and then the robot would just like place like its top things here, and that would move platforms up and down. So it's cool to have on your shelf, but it's a pretty useless accessory.
Yeah, it's more like, hey, look at what I paid extra money for. Isn't it cool? As I look at my $120 version of Heaven's Word. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's kind of strange, but you know, it works. I like if I had one now, I'd feel pretty happy because how rare it is now. But,
yeah, and as you mentioned, the thing actually became quite iconic with retro gaming.
Right.
So much so that R.O.B. is in Smash Brothers.
He's in Smash Brothers.
So the next accessory I have for you lovely, sexy people is the Aura Interactor.
Oh, what does that even do?
Hey, door, plug it back in.
The Interactor. Put it on, plug it in, crank it up, feel it all.
Dude, let's plug it into the stereo.
Available at Toys R Us.
So what it does, it's a thing you put on your back.
Yeah.
And it claims to be like a virtual reality gameware where it claims to make you feel punches, kicks, explosions. I'm reading this off the box.
Why would I want to feel that?
Think of it like a giant rumble pack for your back.
But that's all it is. Imagine how sweaty that must get.
And how would you lean up against a chair?
Yeah,
how
right?
How would you lean back?
They want you to stand up. It's like the precursor to the Wii Fit, except with rumble on your back.
Like, it's the precursor to like the rumble pack, but it's like, you guys did it wrong. You don't need that thing on your back. That's the most 90s thing ever, to have like a jetpack.
And that would like overheat, like as you lean back on your couch and it's just being buried without air and it's just getting hotter and hotter. I can imagine that having problems.
And it's just a speaker that rumbles a bit, like playing the bass.
Yeah.
So you don't get
don't buy it.
90s kids don't get this.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you look cool.
If you're watching this from the past, hi. But don't get it.
Imagine the kid that wore this at school and got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I know.
So next peripheral, not really a weird one, but just an unconventional one.
The PlayStation Link cable.
Did you know that there was a link cable for PlayStation?
That is weird.
So what you would do is you would connect 2 PlayStations, and then you could play multiplayer on separate TVs.
I actually remember. I remember seeing this back in the day when like PS1, like when PS2 was like brand new and PS1 was pretty common. I remember seeing those in the stores and I was like, what's that used for? And then I never got it.
So I mean, on paper that's cool, right? Like you don't need to play split screen.
You don't.
You can play like a racing game.
It's kind of like a Game Boy Link.
But in order for this to work, you need 2 PlayStations.
I guess it works just like...
And 2 copies of the same game.
That sucks.
And 2 TVs.
That sucks. Yeah,
And think about it, this is the 90s, not many people had like 2 TVs.
Yeah, especially not in the same room. It's like, oh, you want to come over? Like, oh, we don't have to play split screen. You can just bring your PS1 and your TV. That too, if you can carry it. It's like, oh man, that's a lot. That suddenly becomes intense.
Like the only thing I can see this being is like that kid who said their uncle works for Nintendo and had like every gaming accessory.
Yeah. Anyway, next one.
So the final accessory I have for you is probably the weirdest thing I have ever seen. We've done mostly retro accessories, and we're gonna be getting some. We'll make a part 2 someday because there is a bunch of weird accessories out there.
Yeah, this one.
But this one takes the cake, and I'm surprised not many people talked about this one. It is the Res vibrator accessory for the PS2. So Res is like this sort of like rhythm sound-based game, and it came with a device.
Yeah.
That vibrates as you play the game.
It does.
Let's not beat around the bush. It's a dildo.
Yeah, and that's what people used it for. Oh man, that is.
So you're playing the
crazy.
game and it vibrates.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing ever is the mastermind behind this genius of an invention said, "Oh, it's not a sex toy. He did not intend it for to be a sex toy."
Is that like the way that Tommy was so intended for the room to not be?
Very much the same way.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to put it on your foot or on your hand, but no. People put it on their crotches.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... People are people. They see something, they're going to do that, People are dumb, but also very smart, and this is quite possibly the dumbest and weirdly the most genius.
It's either the best or worst accessory, depending on which side of the spectrum you're on.
Yeah. So, if you know of any other gaming accessories that we didn't talk about, peripherals rather, that you think is worth it, yeah, I can think of a couple. Like, remember that Guitar Hero one on the DS?
Yeah. We'll get to that. If there's any accessories that you remember, put them in the comments. We'll make a part 2 someday.
Yeah, we will.
And by someday, maybe like this month or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. In the same month, October. Peripherals are spooky when they're bad, right? Ooh. Our Twitters are here and here.
And watch us on Twitch. I'm streaming horror games all month.
He is. All right, take care, everybody.
All right, see you guys next time.